Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV, and we are back with our monthly sponsored video from Plex. And this month we're going to talk about a feature we haven't covered before, believe it or not, and that is the optimization feature that is built into Plex. So we have talked many times about the Plex transcoder, and what that does is that when you're out and about and you're on a low bandwidth connection, your Plex server will take a high bandwidth file and make it smaller on the fly using the transcoder that's built into the Plex server. And while that's ideal most of the time for many people, not everyone has a server that can do on-the-fly transcoding all that efficiently, or maybe your server is just overloaded with too many users and you want to dial back some of the transcoding tasks. So what you can do through the optimization feature here is optimize individual media ahead of time. Those files will be stored alongside your main media file, and your users will be able to watch smaller sized media without having to tax the transcoder. It's a neat feature. I'm sure a lot of you can find some use for it, and that is what we're going to cover today. Now, I do want to let you know, in the interest of full disclosure, that this is a paid sponsorship from Plex. However, they did not review or approve what you're about to see before it was uploaded, and all opinions are my own. So let's get into it now and see what the optimization feature is all about. Now, this feature will only be found in the Plex web app, and anytime you've got a piece of media where you can find the drop-down menu, you will see an option to optimize. So I just hit the little periods there next to Back to the Future in a search, and as you can see, I can click on Optimize here and get that piece of media optimized in place. I can also jump into the media here and go into its title screen, and I can go back here and go into Optimize as well. Now, when I pull this up, I can give it an alternative title if I want. So I could say Back to the Future Mobile, so I know exactly which version I'm looking at here. And you can then select the quality level that you would like to see. So by default, you've got three options here: mobile, TV, and original quality. If we jump back to the support document, which I will link in the video description, you will see what those things mean. So for example, mobile is 720p at 4 megabits per second, TV is 1080p at 8, and original quality will use the original resolution without any bitrate limitations. And if the video and audio streams are compatible with an MP4 container, they're copied as is. But it might transcode if the video is not compatible with that MP4 container. So for example, if you had a Blu-ray MKV with an HEVC encoding, that might trigger some transcoding. But you also have a custom option. So if we jump back over here, I can select custom, and that will give me additional options with a little more control. And I can actually create a new one here too by giving it a name. So they have some other defaults here. So for example, I could have one called Xbox One, and I can go and choose the bitrate and resolution here. And these are all of your different options that you can pick for your media. So I can go from 4K to 1080p at a bunch of different bit rates here, down to 720p, and I can even go to a super compressed 480p at 0.2 megabits per second if I'm really struggling with bandwidth. And then once you click on Optimize, your server will then start optimizing and creating this file in the background. I actually have this running right now, so why don't we take a quick look at that. Let me zoom back out here. And on this screen, you can see that we are converting currently Star Trek Picard into a mobile option, again, going from, in this case, 1080p to 720p. And I'm converting at about 9.3 times real-time playback. And it will make use of your hardware video encoding if you have that. So some of these things won't take all that long. One thing to note when you're doing a TV episode is that you have some additional smarts that can be put in place with this. So for example, if I click on more here and try to optimize this again, and by the way, you can create multiple optimizations per piece of media. On a TV show, I can limit it to just the episodes that are not watched, and I can also limit the number of items that it creates. So as I watch the show, it will delete the ones that I watched and then create new ones for episodes that I haven't watched yet. So you do have some degree of automation that can run here in the background. Now, when it comes time to play things back, if you go to the piece of media that you want to watch, in this case on a mobile phone, and I click on more here and say watch version, you will see now that I've got an optimized for mobile version and an original version that I can choose to play back. So if I am out and about and that 4 megabits per second at 720p is the best I'm going to do, that is the version that I can select. And without transcoding, I get the benefits of transcoding just that the transcoding was done in the background a little bit earlier. Now in your settings, if you go over to Manage and Optimize Versions, you will see everything that's been optimized on your server. So here you can see that we've got Star Trek Picard Season 3 that's currently getting optimized for mobile. If I click on the listing here, you can see all the versions that have been completed. So you know what you've got here, and what you can do if you are done with that set of media, you can actually delete it all right from here just by clicking the X. So there are ways to manage this without having the files getting bulked up all over your server. They will put all the optimized versions listed out here in your settings so that you can find them again later. One other setting I want to show you relates to the transcoder and how it connects up with this optimize feature. So if you have your advanced settings enabled on the transcoder, if we scroll down here, we can now enable HEVC optimization for the optimized video. So if you enable this, it will, when it can, convert your media to HEVC, which means that you can get higher quality at lower bit rates. So that's something that you can enable here on the transcoder side. Now, one last thing to look at with this feature is that if you are optimizing a bunch of media and you want to prioritize one thing to get optimized faster than the other, what you can do is jump back to your optimized versions option here in your Manage tab and just grab the piece of media that you want to be first and change the order. Now, right now, the Back to the Future Part 3 isn't starting because Back to the Future 1 is still converting, but as you're queuing things up for optimization, you can adjust the order so different pieces of media can be handled faster than others, and you have the ability to manually control that here in the settings. So there you go, optimization of your Plex media. I think this is very useful for folks that have Plex servers that are not all that powerful, or perhaps you've got an older server that can't handle all of those newfangled 4K Blu-ray files. You can get those transcoded ahead of time and have your hardware transcoder work on the stuff that it can do in real time. So check it out. I'll put the support document here in the video description, but I think this might be useful for some of you out there. And until next time, this is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching.